So is it emo or does it just suck? It just sucks. What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, fantastic afternoon, fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the hasL and I broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, all the girls, and all the MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today is a wonderful day. Today is Tuesday, lads. It's Tuesday. It's Newsday, Tuesday, lads. And we're having a fantastic one. This is the part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news about what's going on in the world of hasL and Piker in between the time period where I press the stop streaming button and press the start streaming button. I'm sorry, Mossad blew up your NESPRESSO machine. Yeah, RIP to the NESPRESSO machine that Twitch actually sent me 5 years ago at this point. It's like, it's been with me through thick and thin, but it is leaking. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know why it's broken, but I have to get a new one now, which is devastating, but it is what it is. RIP Brave Soldier to that NESPRESSO machine. It was a really good one. You know, I had some incredible experiences with that NESPRESSO machine. It's gotten me through a lot. You should get a plumbed espresso machine and learn latte art. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Look, everything in my life is for maximum efficiency. I'm a min-maxer. And the NESPRESSO machine is decent because it's like good enough with the cups. Like it's tasty enough, but it's also fast. I just slam it in there and I just hit the thing and I'm good. I don't want to do like sexy ass Nespresso art. You know what I mean? I don't want to get like an actual espresso press and learn how to do espresso art and all this stuff, you know? That's not being a min-maxer. That's just being autistic. What do you mean? It lasted for 5 years, and I feel like in this day and age, most of the technology that we use is made to break anyway. I feel like it's pretty solid. A basic AeroPress, it takes 2 minutes to do. Stupid simple, far less waste. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that, so I'm not gonna do that. I have my leftover food yesterday, the leftover sonendang that I had, the galbijim. It kind of cooked me a little bit, cooked my diet a little bit. I've just been eating poorly, dude. I'm trying to get back into it. In post-Japan, I'm trying to get back into my old habits of, you know, doing a decent diet while also simultaneously getting back on my cardio. The hardest part for me has basically been the cardio situation. The cardio situation is really difficult overall because, like, in terms of basketball, it's so goddamn hard to get back to your regular breathing, your regular cardio, even if you just like let go for 2 weeks. Any tips on getting into cardio? The easiest tip is to find something that you enjoy, like I did with basketball, and just really spam it. But the problem with basketball is, like, if you don't consistently keep up with it, even if you do other cardio like I did in Japan, I did a bunch of other stuff, right? It still doesn't matter. Like, there's a dude I ball with and he cooked me today. I beat him once and he beat me twice. So in a game of 3, he technically won. And the only reason why that happened is because I just don't have the same stamina. That's directly because I just haven't played basketball for the past 2 weeks. So I just got to get back into it. Also, it's official. Kaya cannot do fetch. When I sent her back to boarding to refresh her training, I told the guy, I was like, can you please get her to also play fetch? Because it's the easiest way for me to wear her out. That's what I used to do with fish. And he basically threw the towel. He was like, he doesn't have like a lot of prey drive. She just is a very independent lady, and when she goes out to the park, she only likes to do the things that she wants to do, and she just does not want to play fetch. At home, she'll play fetch all day every day. It's crazy. But at the park, she's like, nope, I want to play. I want to play with other dogs. I want to beat the out of other dogs, like, you know, not seriously, but in a play fight. And she's very good at play fighting, but she just refuses to play fetch, which cooks me. Like, I don't have enough time. I can't just like hope that there's like other dogs that she would want to play with that will also play with her every time I go to the park. You know what I mean? It's annoying. But yeah, look at her ass just laying over here all quiet and chill. You would think that she is a nice lady, but she's not. Okay, She killed me today. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this or not, but it's like one of the worst parts, one of the most annoying things on the planet is when your dog is just not, when your dog that you're trying to train is just not listening. And like, you can tell that like she wants to understand. She wants to understand where you're coming from. It's not always stubbornness. Sometimes it's stubbornness, but other times it's not even stubbornness. It's like, she just doesn't understand it. She wants to understand. She wants to do right, but she just can't comprehend what you want. And it's not clicking. And you just keep spamming it over and over again. And it just doesn't happen. It doesn't work out. It just sucks. It's the most annoying thing ever. I was dying this morning. But yeah, I was trying to train Kaya, played some basketball, went and got some blood work done. Because my mom was freaking out that I was like sweating a lot in Japan at night. I think I've told you guys about this already. Like I was soaking. I sweat at night usually, but like I was soaking. It felt as though I was like, pissing the bed, like that level of wetness. And so my mom was freaking out about it. She's like, you gotta go to the doctor. But anyway, I did. I got a physical, gave some blood. Yeah, the person who said thyroid is, I think that's the reason why my mom was freaking out. I mean, I'm fine. Doctor said everything looks good as always. But overall, I think the only thing is like, I guess like my heart beats too fast. Giving blood will make cardio harder. Yeah, well, I'm not going to do cardio today after I already did the cardio. I'm a sweaty sleeper too, King. No, I don't have high blood pressure. Would you be down if Denmark bought California? I don't think Denmark's got motion like that, but I would be down, yes. Are you kidding me? I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Would you rather California secede or rejoin Mexico? Rejoin Mexico. As a Californian, I would love for this wonderful state to be under the watchful rulership of Claudia Sheinbaum. Unite California with the watchful rulership, with the original rulership of Mexico. If DK brought CA, modern minimal Danish designs, free healthcare, awesome public transportation, mandatory holiday pay, automated tax filling. Yeah, except the problem with that is I think Denmark is way more anti-immigrant than California is in general. That is the one aspect of Danish governance that I don't think would be good for California's rule and would change the dynamic of the state that I very much enjoy. Also, they do a lot of blackface, don't they? Is Denmark the blackface one? Are they all the blackface one? I feel like most of them do blackface, like a variant of it. So I don't know. Slammer post about the new naming of the Gulf. Oh yeah, I saw this. I mean, if an American-owned application changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America is that big of a deal for you, this is low effort stuff, okay? It's basically another demonstration that we have no motion. We've lost it. This is what we're stoked on. Oh my God, it's awesome. It's amazing. I can't believe, like, nobody cares. I genuinely don't understand how this is a significant move. This is stuff Erdogan would do is true. By the way, in Saudi, my Google Maps says Gulf of Mexico, in parentheses, Gulf of America. Yeah, I think for outside of the United States of America, it still says Gulf of Mexico, and in parentheses, Gulf of America. I work in the Gulf of Mexico and no one calls it the Gulf of America. This is some freedom fries, dude. That's what I mean. This is like, oh yeah, we're gonna rename French fries to freedom fries. Like, who cares? Changing the name of Gulf of Mexico on Google Maps to Gulf of America is unimaginably low motion. No motion whatsoever. It is akin to when the American government decided to change the name of French fries to freedom fries for a brief moment, only to take it back. This doesn't impact anyone's lives at all. It also is not unwarranted. It's one of the few instances where changing this from the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America is not like that insane of a demand. Listen to me on this one, okay? One, the United States of America is not the only American country. It is literally the continent. And there's also a ton of coastline on the Gulf of Mexico that the United States of America also has. So not only is it pointless, genuinely is not like that insane, I guess. It's a very weird thing that the worst people are pointing to as like a massive victory or whatever. It's so dumb. And ultimately, I think it's just not significant. Whenever Trump does stuff like this, there are like the conspiracy blue and on liberals that'll be like, this is actually to make treaties void, or this is because Donald Trump is going to engage in drilling or whatever. Like he didn't change the name to the Gulf of Trump. right? As Fizz also said, it's correct. It's like he changed it to Gulf of America. It's not like that crazy of a demand in general. And also, it's basically just on Google Maps, which is an American, it's an American company. It's useless, it's petty, and also simultaneously, in a weird way, it's not like the worst thing because, like I said, this is the continent, this is the North American continent, and therefore, it's valid to say it's the Gulf of America. So it's one of those weird things that Trump did where I just don't care about it at all, and I don't think it's all that significant. I think ultimately the other stuff that he's doing is way worse. You shut up right now, lol. It's not the Gulf of the United States of America. It's the Gulf of America. This must be so cool if you're a fucking idiot. Yeah, no, that's the other. This is the correct take as well. Like, I think a part of the reason why Republicans really like this is because they're stupid and they think this matters. They think this is like a massively consequential thing. Like, it shows American dominance, right? It's just a thing. It's not that significant. And it makes no sense to hype this up as though this is the best thing that's ever happened. They've done it. Gulf of America, like Pog. I'm pogging right now. This is so sick. In the Donald Trump is destroying this country paradigm, if I were to do a tier list of all the awful things that he's done, this doesn't even make the first 50, especially because if this was done in collaboration with like Mexico as well, and it wasn't Trump doing it, and it was like, hey, in order to showcase our friendship, like, and the fact that we are on the same continent and we are incredibly important allies, like, we are now switching the name of the Gulf of Mexico in unison with the Mexican government to the Gulf of the Americas, something like that. Like, most people would go, okay, that makes sense. In the past 2 weeks, it's about to be his first month in, Donald Trump has done so much awful shit that it makes no sense to spend any time on this. Hassan, you're trying to explain change to a chat that had a meltdown when you change mic cover colors. Fair. True. But yeah, this is all aesthetics. Why would it be the Americas when it's just North America? Okay, Gulf of America is actually a decent naming convention for it as well, for the record. But again, it's silly stuff. It's low motion. He's an old white guy. Like most old white guys, he loves maps. I think he sees changing the map in as many ways as possible as the lasting legacy he will have. Obviously, there are other reasons for Canada, Greenland, and Panama, but I think the hubris is another factor. Yeah, it's just like a silly thing. It's low motion. It's silly. It's perfect for Donald Trump. It's perfect red meat for his base that they can just like add on to all of the amazing things that our glorious president is doing. It's like, fix the goddamn egg prices, man. What happened to tackling inflation, you dingus? That's what you ran on. What happened? Instead, it's business as usual. And the irony, of course, is that nothing is different, even with his like handling of Ukraine, for example. Like when he talks about Ukraine, this is a big point of contention now. He just like openly is saying, we want $500 billion worth of your minerals. That in and of itself is literally, and I cannot stress this enough, identical to the ways in which we have interest in Ukraine from the jump. It's just openly stating that reality. That's the only difference between Donald Trump, is just that he says the quiet part out loud. Just like the Biden administration also quietly was trying to do a mass relocation initiative for all the Palestinians, and the Egyptian government said no, the Jordanian government said no, they all basically said, no, that's a ridiculous thing. We're not going to do mass ethnic displacement in the Gaza Strip. Donald Trump was like, no, you have to do it. That's it. It's not quiet, it's just loud, but the policies don't actually change. To be fair, Mexico's an indigenous name. America is a colonizer name. I don't really care, though. What's really crazy is how quickly certain cores have caved, like TikTok. Yeah, no, there is no resistance whatsoever to this iteration of Trump. That much is a certainty. If anything, I think every institution is basically telling you that reality over and over again. And there is seemingly no counter to this kind of nonsense anyway.